Assalamu alaikum. Tonight's Khatera is going to be a short story of a man that couldn't stop sinning or disobeying Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and a life lesson, 5 advice that was taught to Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam by Jibrel alayhi salatu wa salam. And it was narrated that a man who used to sin a lot came to the wise and righteous man called Ibrahim ibn Adham. Ibrahim ibn Adham was a wise and righteous man from the early Muslims. The man told him, I cannot stop sinning, disobeying Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Ibrahim said, if you can fulfill 5 conditions, then sinning will have no harm to you. The man asked, what are these 5 conditions? Ibrahim said, if you want to sin against Allah, then go ahead and do so. Just don't eat nor drink from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's provision. So the man said, how can I do so when everything is provided from Allah? He said, Ibrahim, does it make sense to sin against Allah while you are feeding from His provision? The man said, you are right. Give me the second advice. He said, if you insist on sinning against Allah while eating His food and drinking from His drinks, then at least don't sin against Him on His land. Move away from His land. The man said, that is bigger than the first one, when all the heavens and the earth belongs to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. He, Ibrahim, said, is it proper that you sin against Allah while feeding from His provision and you sin on His land? No, it is not, the man said. Give me the third piece of advice. The wise man, Ibrahim, said, if you are going to insist upon doing all that, then at least sin where He cannot see you. And the man said, this is even greater. Allah is the all-seeing and He knows the secret inside our chest. Ibrahim said, does it make sense that you sin against Allah on His land while eating from His food and drinks that He provided you with, and you sin right in front of Him while He can see you? So the man said, give me the 4th piece of advice. Ibrahim said, if you still insist upon sinning after all this, then continue sinning, but when the angel of death comes to take your soul, tell him to wait for you until you repent to Allah. The man said, the angel won't allow me. Ibrahim said, then when the angels of the hellfire are commanded to throw you in the fire, refuse to go with them. The man replied, this is impossible, and said, enough, I got my lesson. He had understood that mission and understood there is no way you can sin without being seen by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And we have 5 pieces of advice. It was a lesson that was taught to Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam by Jibrel. As was narrated, it says, عِشْ مَا شِئْتَ فَإِنَّكَ مَيِّتٌ. Live as you will, but know that one day you are going to die. وَأَحْبَبْ مَنْ شِئْتَ فَإِنَّكَ مُفَارِقٌ. Love whom you will, but know that one day you will be separated from the person. وَأَعْمَلْ مَا شِئْتَ فَإِنَّكَ مَجْرِيٌ بِهِ. Do as you will, and know that you will be compensated and rewarded accordingly. وَعْمَلْ أَنْ شَرَفَ الْمُؤْمِنِ قِيَامُ اللَّيْلِ. Know that the nobility of the believer is standing up in prayer at night. وعزه استغناه عن الناس. And as for his dignity, it's his being independent of the people, whether it's financially or whatever. Assalamu alaikum.
Such an amazing Khatera, mashallah. So this was an extra special Khatera, by the way. If you haven't noticed, to do this for Brother Elyas was it was double the effort. Why would you think that? Mashallah, because Brother Elyas, when he came, he barely used to speak English. But now, mashallah, if he has gathered that courage to come here and give this Khatira, we are so proud of you. Jazakallah khair, brother. Now, if you want to equate that, think about it. If I ask each one of you to actually give a Khatira in Spanish, how many of us would be able to do that? So that's the kind of level of effort that he had to put. So mashallah, we are so proud of our youth. So inshallah, do I have a volunteer for next week? Who's going to be volunteering next week? Mashallah. So we have Brother Hujran, inshallah. And then after that, we'll have Ahmed, inshallah, after that week. And then we'll have Arsan. That's so amazing. I'm so proud of each one of you raising your hands. Rather than now me pushing you guys, now I have to choose. I have got a choice. So good job. Jazakallahu khairan. Appreciate it, everybody. And Jazakallahu khairan, sisters, for organizing this amazing potluck. The food was amazing. MashaAllah, from all different continents. Everything that we tasted was very, very nice. Jazakumullahu khairan. Assalamu alaikum.
Allah give you barakat with making decision with the